Cookie Crew, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? I'm so happy that you guys are joining me today. Thank you guys so much. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Pull up a seat. Join the Grown and Sexy Club, okay? If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Give it a great thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and also click the notification bell so you will reminded every time I post a video. Guys, I am not feeling 100% today, but we have to remain consistent and keep it moving. I'm really not a Monday person, but today I thought that, just watching the news at the weekend and everything, it just got my mind all over the place. And so, I've been doing a lot of thinking and thinking about the world, thinking about life, thinking about my kids, thinking about absolutely everything. And so on today's episode, guys, I really wanted to bring something up to the forefront that everybody else seems to be talking about. And I am so happy that people are now talking about this particular topic. Okay, it's called mental health. I've been trying to find ways of talking about this subject because a lot of people nowadays are suffering from mental health. Young children as young as 5 years old, just committing suicide, trying to kill themselves, cutting themselves, stressed out, teenagers especially, same thing. Grown adults, same thing. Every single one of us probably knows one or two people who are suffering from mental health. Okay? And let me tell you, I am so happy that finally people are feeling really, really comfortable and slowly feeling brave enough to step up and talk about, yes, I have mental health. Yes, I struggle with depression and anxiety. And yes, I have thought about, taking my own life or, things like that. Because I'm telling you guys, we need to start talking about these topics. We should not waste our platforms just talking about, just 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 fun stuff or, funny stuff or, do you know what I mean? Celebrity gossip and things like that. Let's try and use our platforms to really talk about issues of our community, of our world. So today I wanted to actually talk about not so much mental health. I wanted to talk about ways that we can look after our mental health. Okay? Everyone's talking about mental health. That's great. And I think the next conversation needs to be us talking about ways on how we can take care of ourselves, signs to look for. If you have children, if you yourself are suffering from certain things and you just don't know, why am I acting this way? Why am I feeling this way? Why don't I want to get out of bed? Why am I crying all the time? Why do I feel suicidal? So, I thought that I would like to tackle it from this angle. And the person that inspired me to do this and make this video was Charlamagne the God. So shout out to Charlamagne the God. He is a best-selling author. He has a book called Shook Ones. Okay, Charlamagne has been a mental health advocate. He's been one of those people who started, I think he wrote a couple of books about mental health, taking care of yourself and your mind, your body, your spirit. He, on the radio, he interviews, he talks a lot. And I think he also did a seminar. Oh God, I can't speak today. Did a seminar with Taraji P. Henson, who is another celebrity who actually speaks like advocate for like mental health. So this weekend I was browsing on Charlamagne's page on Facebook, and he posted he had a poster up, okay, and it was about mental health, okay, and it spoke about on how we can um ways on how we can look after our mental health. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, Google him. It's Charlamagne the God. It's Charlamagne, Charlamagne the God. Um, he's also a radio host on the Breakfast Club. So you can go on YouTube, you can go on Google his name, and you will see everything that he does. So anyway, he posted this poster, and it really spoke to me. It really resonated with me. And so I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of what that poster had shared, because I felt like it was really, really informative, and it could really, really help anyone who is struggling, or anyone who has loved ones around who are struggling with mental health issues. Okay? And don't get it twisted. I personally believe everybody in the whole wide world, especially Black people, suffer from a little mental health. You know, our parents their parents from the slave days, our parents from being raised by people who were in the slave days, and then them raising us. And it's just, especially for Black people, I'm so happy that we are speaking up. We are speaking up. And you know, Black men, you know, especially struggle with speaking up about their emotions, about their feelings, about, you know, they always, because, you know, it's so unfortunate that in some communities, especially like Black communities, you know, Black boys, you know, when they're younger, they are, you know, they are raised to be tough, strong. You know, you don't show emotion, don't cry because you be a little girl, or you're a wimp if you cry. You should not be so feminine, expressing your emotions, or being emotional, or feeling things. That's normal. Feelings are normal. It's not just a woman thing. It's a people thing, a human thing. Even animals feel. They feel, guys. So at the end of the day, it's so sad that our community have been raised with these stupid, fake, unreasonable ideologies. I don't even know where they get it from, you know? And so it's like, it gives me great pleasure to see a lot of celebrities stepping up and talking about mental health. And I'll give you an example of some of the people that have struggled with mental health and speak of mental health. And you can go ahead and Google their story and see what, you know, what caused it, what triggered it, how they took care of themselves. Okay, so everyone, I don't know, in case you don't know, Prince Harry, you know, the big old prince, has all the money in the world, lives in a palace. His father is the king of, his father is Charles, who is gonna be the king when the queen dies. His grandma is the queen of England. I mean, his mother, you know, the late Lady Diana, you know, she was murdered, or she was killed in a car accident. He suffered from depression. And I wrote it down here because I didn't want to get it wrong. He was in his late 20s when he started noticing that he was feeling different. You know, he was feeling down. His life was just all over the place, and that was not too long, you know, too long after, you know, a few years after, like, his mother passed away. He was young when his mother passed away. And then I guess he bottled up all his emotions, and when he was in his 20s, I guess it started coming out. He started doing crazy things. He was always in the media. He was just a loose cannon, and he admitted that, for almost 2 decades, from when his mother died, he did not cry. He did not deal with those feelings. He did not address his feelings. He just tried to mask it and just keep it pushing. But at some point, when he turned 28 years old, he was at the brink of depression. Like, he was on the verge of a breakdown. And that's when he decided to go seek help. Okay, so that was Prince Harry. Also, I was surprised that Dwayne Rock Johnson, The Rock, he suffered from depression as well. I didn't know that. Someone so big and strong, you would not think that he suffers from depression. Go and Google this, and you'll find out their stories. I didn't want to read all of their stories because we'll be here forever. But I just wanted to bring that to you. So Dwayne suffered from depression. He said his was started or triggered when he was at college, because he played football. And so he had, with football, they have a lot of knocks and bruises and knockdowns and things like that. And he suffered a lot of injuries, multiple injuries during his freshman year at college, playing football. And he I guess that somehow triggered depression and all of that stuff. A lot of kids who are into sports, when they can't play no more because of an accident or something, it really, really, really breaks them down, and it really, really gets them depressed. And that's another way of getting depression. And if it's not dealt with, you now stuck with mental health issues, because it starts from that and then it builds up to something bigger. Also, Kendrick Lamar, did y'all know that Kendrick Lamar also suffered from mental health? Okay, he said he suffered from depression. He struggled with depression for years and years, and suicidal thoughts. Can you imagine? I mean, like, you I'm sure you all know of Kendrick Lamar. He's a great artist. He's very inspirational. His music is very honest and very relatable, and he's one of the best in this generation right now. And to think someone like that, who is quite intelligent and smart and very, very deep, you would not think would suffer from mental health, right? Crazy. It happens to any one of us. Any one of us. Even I myself, I suffer from anxiety, which is a little part of mental illness. My anxiety stems from a traumatic situations that happened with me when I was younger, living in Africa. Yeah. And so, yeah, and I think, I'm in my 40s now, and if you're raised in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, you weren't raised to like speak about your feelings. You people, like, you just like act crazy, and people just call you crazy and say you're weird or you're crazy or she's just so hard to deal with. Oh my God, she's annoying. She's this, she's that. When really I was struggling inside, always depressed, always crying, not knowing why I'm feeling this way, always negative. I never had suicidal thoughts and stuff like that because I don't like pain, so I don't think I'll go that route. But in terms of really beating yourself up, just miserable and depressed, and then I had issues. I still do suffer from great PMS, and I think over the years that has caused my depression as well, emotional imbalance in my hormones. And so I do struggle a lot. So I can kind of relate, and that's why, now I speak of my anxiety issues and stuff, because I find that the more you speak about it, the more you feel better, and you have the urge to fix it. And then you don't have to feel guilty in front of everybody else because and you don't have to have that paranoia that people think you're crazy. But if you can open up and speak to people, they will really understand. Okay, so that's sort of how I'm dealing with mine. I talk about mine a lot, and I really, really do, you know, I'm aware of my issues, and I really, really try hard to overcome them and not let my anxiety get the better of me, of my mind. Okay, so guys, let me give you guys what Charlamagne had posted, the 10 tips on how to look after your mental health. So if you have kids, if you're a teenager watching this, pay attention, grab your pen, grab your paper, come back. When we get back in a few, we shall be giving you tips on how to look after your mental health, stuff to look out for, stuff you could be doing to help you. So grab a pen, grab your pen and paper, and get back here, okay? We'll be right back.
Yeah.